Hello everyone, this is Candy, the 614 Stitcher, and today is Thursday, June the 30th, 2022, and this is my episode number 50. I would like to say hello and welcome to all of my new subscribers and friends, and as always, thank you so very much, all of the returning subscriber and friends, for coming back every time I upload a new video. I am really excited. I apologize, first of all, for not coming to you yesterday. I just, time got away from me, and so I wasn't able to record yesterday, but I am here today. And there's no real anything going on. I'm just stitching and working and getting ready for my next vacation. So we're going to just dive right into all of the stitching I've worked on. I did not show, I wanted last week's video to be primarily all about StitchCon. Even though I showed like haul that I had received, I wanted to make sure that the focus on last week's video was about StitchCon. And then, of course, all of the pictures that I had for StitchCon, I did not remember to upload those. So there will be some pictures at the end of this video, just recapping some of the people and things that I experienced during StitchCon. So with that being said, we're going to dive right in. So as many of you have known, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I have had a huge finish. I was so excited. And then right after that is when I came, diagnosed with COVID. So I didn't even talk about it anymore or anything. I want to show you that I finished a Stitch for Sweet Freedom by Lindy Stitches. This is on a 14 count Aida that I dyed myself. We did do a color conversion just to match the colors that were used. And I did finish it at 10:30 on June the 19th. And I'm super excited about it. I am going to frame this piece, and then that way it can stay out. This doesn't necessarily need to stay out all year long, but it will definitely be out for June and July. So I'm going to be getting this framed, and I will show it again once that takes place. But there's my finish for a Stitch for Sweet Freedom. And I am super proud of myself that I did meet the goal of having it completed by the 19th. Even though I was tired, and looking back now, I know why. Even though I was exhausted, I just was like, you're not going to bed tonight until this piece is done. And so at 10:30, I did manage to get it completed, and I was super excited. That, I think I said it, but that is a Stitch for Sweet Freedom by Lindy Stitches. And she does still have it available if anyone would like to stitch it. One other thing. So I used the called for Weeks Dye Works for the skirt. If you are stitching this piece and have not started the skirt yet, I would recommend that you do get 2 skeins of the Sky floss, because I did run it out. And thankfully enough, you can't tell, because I literally took 1 strand of the called for DMC. So she also gives the called for floss in the chart. and I took one strand of that floss and then another strand of the floss one down from the blue. And I should have wrote it down so I would be able to tell you what the numbers are. And then I stitched the rest of the skirt. And in looking at it, I mean, I know where I did that at. But if you were walking by just looking, you wouldn't really be able to tell, because I tried to make sure that it blended as much as it could. At the very end, I had four strands of sky floss, and I made sure to put them in where you would see them the most. So my recommendation is if you are using the called for, get a second skein of the Sky by Weeks Dye Works. Okay, so now I do have a new start. I started this last Friday. And it is a free pattern by Lori Holt. And if you go to the website of Fat Quarter Shop, you will be able to just download this pattern. It is free. It's called Granny Square, and it has been a stitch along that the Fat Quarter Shop and Lori Holt and a few other floss tubers have been participating in for the month of June. And I did get it started. And here, I was looking to see. I took my Stitch for Sweet Freedom and put it on the board that I normally use. So now I'm going to and so here is where I am now. So the Holt, Lori Holt has, she does quilting, piecing, sewing, crochet, which is what this is based off of. The Granny Square is based off of a crochet pattern, and they have been doing, the Fat Quarter Shop and a few others have been doing a Granny Square along. They had a crochet pattern, a quilt pattern, and a cross stitch pattern. And so I decided to do some of the cross stitch pattern. And so this is what I have gotten done so far for this month. And I am really enjoying it. I am stitching this on a 25 count parchment fabric by Lori Holt. And I am using the called for DMCs. The one thing that I really like about this pattern is that she provided DMC colors, but you could choose 4 DMC colors and make the color combination any that you want. And once I get done with these four squares, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make like a purple and silver one, or something that more the colors that I more identify with. Not that there's anything wrong with these colors, but Granny Squares don't use a and I'm sure you could. I've just never seen where they use all cohesive colors or like a different color range. And so I'm going to be playing around with some different colors to see what I can come up with in the coming weeks. It won't be anytime soon, I'm sure. But that's Granny Squared by Lori Holt. And again, it is a free download on the Fat Quarter Shop. And yesterday, as a matter of fact, they came out with the finishing, so you can stitch So on the pattern, sheet, they also, so they provided what they are calling the 4-way, which is the large, and then they also provided it as a single stitch. It's very like the 4 is 39 by 39 and the single is 19 by 19. And so yesterday in their Flosstube, it was a recording of 3 different ways to finish a single one into pillows. Now they're small pillows because it's 19 by 19. But if you want to participate or stitch them up and make them into tiny Dobo pillows, she does have, Kimberly did a video on the finishing and how to finish them. And for some reason, my air conditioner has not kicked on and I am hot. So I'm going to put you on pause and go turn up my air. It's rather warm. Okay, I'm back. I just didn't want to keep having to like all over the place because I could feel it coming. Okay, so that was my New Start Granny Square Along or Granny Squares by Lori Holt. So now I'm going to move on to my whips, and my first whip is in my Great Project Bag by Lynn X Stitches Creates. Is Progressive Pride Flag by MiStudio Creates. And here's a picture of where it was when I last worked on it. And here is a picture of where it is now. So I did work on this piece while I was at StitchCon on the filling in, and I have the black, brown, teal, turquoise, and the pink all filled in. And then I worked on putting some in on the red, green, and a little bit of the yellow. I want to keep working on this piece because if I just bring it out every June, it'll take me like maybe 2 years to get it finished because I only put in so many stitches. So I am thinking that in my plans, I'm going to talk about working on this piece a little more. Oh, and it's being stitched on a 14 count. Yes, 14 count Graceful Gray by Witchell. And I'm using the called for colors. Yep. Except for, so if you purchase this pattern, and she might have fixed it already, the teal, this color right here, should be 38.46 on the pattern. But I do believe that I'm going to work on this again in July for Magazine Monthly. So my next whip is my Plum Street Sampler. And I am really enjoying this. I've only been able to work on it twice this month. I did work. And that's because on the 19th, I didn't stitch on anything but a stitch for Sweet Freedom. Like, that was the only project that I stitched on that entire day. Okay. And so here is the chart for Black Cherry Tart Here is the chart for the black cherry tart. And here's a picture of where it was when I last worked on it. And here it is now. So I posted a picture again. If you saw me, if you follow me, you would have saw it on Sunday. I was not able to participate in our in the Garon totem bag Zoom, which is where I would have normally been working on this. But I did work on it on Sunday evening, and I had in all of this. I had in the rest of the vine for here. I had in this vine for right here. I put in this cherry, and then when I went to do this cherry, it was too close. Like those two cherries would have been right up against one another. I missed one stitch, and I cut it all out and put it all back in. And then I put in this other cherry here also. Because I was going to continue around the border, but after that fiasco right there, then I just decided to finish this part and put in this cherry here. And so that is where it is. I am using a 36 count unknown fabric. It was a gift. And I used Cottage Garden Threads Time for the border, and I chose my own colorway for this entire pattern. And I'm using a mixture of Gentle Arts that I had on hand and Classic Colorworks. A couple of Gentle Arts, Cottage Garden Threads, and the rest are Classic Colorworks. And Plum Street Samplers was the designer focus for this month, June. And in plans, I'll talk to you about July. Sorry, putting all my pieces and parts back in the bags. Okay. So the next chart that I worked on, I have, when you look back over your week, you think, man, I haven't done a lot. But then when you film, you're like, man, I have done a lot. So the next whip that I worked on was Oh Shell Yeah by Barefoot Needle Art. And I do not have a picture of where it was when I last worked on it, but I can tell you where it was. So when I last worked on this, I had Shell Yeah, and this part of the shell here, and I had started outlining this darker here. So this time I finished the words, Oh Shell Yeah. I put in the Y, the O, H. And then I also I filled in all of the dark, the next color, ouch, color number 2 on the shell, which is right here. And then I also put in this light blue and this darker brown. So, and this picture doesn't really show the way that I stitched what the chart is calling for. So I am right here in what looks to be white is actually light blue. And there's that darker color is not shown in this picture at all, but I promise you it's in there. Look, now I'm second guessing myself. Oh, it's not even in there. Now I'm second guessing myself. Because I'm like, I know. Yep. Yep. So I can't really. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 colors in there. But this picture does not show that the way that it's called for to be stitched. So I sure hope that it looked like the shell on the picture when I get finished with it, because right now I'm really concerned that there's a typo now that I'm looking at this picture. I'm sorry, I'm hot. Either that or I messed up somewhere, but I'm looking at it and it shows that. So we'll see as we go along. This project made me really reminiscent of the beach this week. Normally in years past I would have been going to the beach this time of the month, and so it made me really reminisce about being at the beach and seeing shells and all of the shells. I actually changed my top out to more of a beachy theme, so one of these days I'll be back at the beach. Okay. Sorry, people are texting me. My phone is going off, but so the next whip that I worked on was Flea Market Flowers by Holt. And here's a picture of where it was when I last worked on it. And here is where I am now. So when I last showed this project, I didn't have all of the leaves filled in. I now have all of the petals filled in. I did have the lighter part here filled in, those little tiny motifs all the way around. So I've added the center and all of the fill in. I then brought the borders for the boxes. So this is right here. So I bought the border for the boxes down and started on the center flower for the second box. So right now, like, this is as far down as I'm going to go. And then once I get the other two filled in, then I'll scroll the rod up and work on those bottom parts. I am stitching this on a 16 count. Sorry. It's a 16 count. I know what it is too. Anyway, it's a Witchelt Ada 16 count, and I am using a color conversion provided to me by the Wandering Stitcher. She is my friend Liz down in Cincinnati, and she and Miss Susan did a color conversion on this chart, and I am using that conversion. If you are stitching this or thinking about stitching it and would like the conversion, please just let me know. You can comment below. But the colors that I am using, like, I'm not using blues. I am using teals, but not. So the colors that we are using, Liz and I, are more muted. But that is my Flea Market Flowers by Lori Holt. Okay, so those were the 4 whips that I worked on for this week. Excuse me. So now I am going to do some announcements that I have. I'm sorry, I'm just getting this all out of the way. So for the month of July, the Garon designer focus is Erica Michaels. And I have, sorry about that. Like, I needed to like deal with all the phones going off and the tablet going off. So, okay, so back to what I was talking about. July is Erica Michaels for Garon designer focus. And I have just a couple of Erica Michael charts that I would like to show you. Please remember that if you are interested in stitching Erica Michaels for the month of July, that Garon Stitchery will be having the Erica Michael charts on sale starting on July the 1st. They do they leave the designer focus on sale for the entire month. So head on over to Garon Stitchery and check out the section listed designer focus, and you'll be able to look through and see what charts Erica Michaels has out that they have in supply. Dog, you need to go lay down somewhere. Go. I had 1,100 disruptions, and then he come in here scooting that pan around. Okay, so the first, and I think it came out in 2020. The first chart that I have is Reindeer Games. And if I believe, yep, it does have both the charts in here for the drum. It has a drum berry design also included. However, I think I will be working on it this way. I may try the berry also. I have not ever done a berry, but wait. So that's the first one that I have, is Reindeer Games. The next chart I have is Jingleberry. Now I do know that like she has way more berries and charts than just Christmas. These are the ones that I picked up last year as my own Christmas gift. And so, you know, it was Christmas. I was feeling the spirit. And so I got Christmas charts, of course. And then one of my friends, Andrea, she finished this last year and I fell in love with it. And she sent it along to me. And this is called Christmas Motif Sampler. And I love it. I might actually start this Christmas Day just because I love it. However, the one that I will be working on this month for Erica Michaels is Hollyberry. And I will be starting this on tomorrow. Look, tomorrow. Just dawned on me that tomorrow is the 1st. And this will also do some Jolly July stitching also. So I'll be like killing 2 birds with 1 stitch. So that is my Erica Michaels that I have. I will probably also be getting some more, of course. And I would really like to start this month, but it'll just depend on how my month is going along. That is actually stitched on 40 count, which is not a problem. I'm not scared of 40 count. So, and I just need to look up all of the colors. There's some classic color works and DMCs in here. So that is where I'm standing with that. So that was my first announcement. My second announcement is, oh, I kitted it up already. Oh, no, not that one. I will be, so there was a group at StitchCon Weekend A that wanted to do, you don't need to see my notes, StitchCon 2022 chart, pardon me, as a stitch along, and it starts tomorrow also. So I will be starting this with everyone tomorrow. I do believe there's a hashtag. I need to check with someone in the Facebook group to see what the hashtag is for this. If you did go to StitchCon either weekend, please join the hashtag and follow along and join the sale with us. It'd be great to like have this completed for 2023. Get it, you know, and get it right down and ring the bell. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. I know. And I will be stitching mine on, it's a little lighter than what this digital mock-up shows, but I will be stitching mine on 28 count Ophelia, and I am using the called for DMC flosses in the chart. And I have that in my Lynn X Stitches Creates Ohio bag. And next, I'm going to have a lot of new starts in July. I can feel it in my bones. My next announcement is that I will be starting on July the 4th, my Twisted Band Sampler with Carolyn Zook. I'm pretty sure you all could see that pretty well without me having to take this out, but I will. This is the glare. So I will be starting this on Monday with Carolyn Zook. And we have not put together a hashtag or anything. If you have the Twisted Band Sampler as a whip, please join us in pulling it back out and working on it a little this month in July. And I will be stitching mine on an 18 count white Ada. I have already, so let me say this. One of the things about starting new projects to me that is just like, is the kitting up process. So I have figured out a way to make kitting things up a little bit more enjoyable. You just put on an extra long video and just kit stuff up, cut your threads. I mean, I got my threads all done and everything for it. So, and I was like, woohoo, I'm going to have this 2 projects kitted before the month even gets started. So I was like, this is the way to be kitting up stuff. Okay, so now I am going to share with you a couple of Jolly July projects that I'm going to work on. I am going to be starting the hollyberry. I also will be starting Joy to the World. And I will be starting White Christmas 2022. These and this will be going on the cruise with me. I figured they are small enough that I will be able to, on sea days, get a lot of stitches in. So these 2 will be going with me, because once you get, because they're small and like these, that's a lot of fill in. I mean, it has those snowflake things on there, but I don't know. Maybe. I'm hoping that I can get a lot done on them. They are very small. I am looking to do mine on 14 counts so that it will fit in a 3-inch hoop. Maybe I need to do 16. But anyway, I'm thinking that they'll be pretty small. My phone is still going off, sorry. I need to figure out how to put my phone on silent. The problem with putting your phone on silent is you have to remember to take it off of silence. Folks will be calling you like, where are you? Okay, and I have one more Jolly July piece that I want to work on this month because I want to get it finished. And that is the Naughty List by Cherry Hill Stitchery. I really do not have that much more to go on this. So I'm pulling it out and I will be working on, I need to add some snowflakes to it. I need to add some snowflakes, some stars, and that very top border right there. And so I am looking to get this finished. I need to add this top border right here and the white stitches. There's some snowflakes that need to be added in. However, I believe that I could get this project done this month. And so I will be pulling this out for a few days so that I can. Because I have a great finishing idea for this, but I gotta get it finished so that I can get it finished. So that is the Naughty List by Cherry Hill Stitchery. Yeah, Cherry Hill Stitchery. I'm like, what? Did I say the right name? Yes. Okay. So those are my Jolly July projects. I am, as you know, I am in the magazine monthly challenge group on Facebook. And this month, the theme is public spirit. And so, what did I do with that? I have a project that I'll be working on for public. Oh, here it is. For Public Spirit. I, and it is Freedom 1865. And all I did start this. When did I start it? I started in February of this year, and I have Freedom finished. So now I can put in the lady and the date up at the top, and I can get this finished. I'm not saying I'm going to get this finished in July. I am going to work on it in July for Public Spirit, because freedom right now really resonates with me. As a woman, as an African American, there are so many things, and in this month, I think it's important that we remember that we are all supposed to be free. And that means free to make your own choices about your own body. It is appalling what has happened. And I am going to leave it at that. Okay. Because I could be on a rant and a soapbox for a long time. Well, I'll be dag. I've been looking for that floss right there. No. Okay. I have not figured out what I am going to have for the acrostic, if I'm even going to do the acrostic. I have a lot of projects that I have laid out for the month of July. I do know that I want to do Freedom 1865 for Public Spirit, and I don't know about doing the acrostic this month because I have so much going on with my projects. And now my one last announcement, if you do watch Carolyn Zook, see Zook Stitch, you heard her call me out on her Flosstube this past Sunday. And it is in regards to Tour de France. And so I have taken up the challenge and joined the Full Coverage Fanatics Facebook group. And I'll be doing the Tour de France stitching. What I have decided is, and I will be using my Purple Rain Hay, Heaven and Earth Designs. The artwork is by John Enright, and the chart, yes. The artwork is by John Enright, and the chart design is Michelle. So this is what I'll be working on during the Tour de France. And in talking with Carolyn, right now it is very important for me to remember that not to set myself up for failure. I have a bad habit of doing that, thinking, oh yeah, I can do that. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do all of this. And then I feel bad because I've made commitments. So what I am going to do right now is I am doing the sprint stages, which is a green jersey, and that would be equal to 1,140 stitches. The way that I'm understanding this is I will start tomorrow and Saturday, and I'll stitch those 2 days. Then I will stitch on the 3rd. Oh, okay. All the days that it's green, I will be working on this project. However, it does say on here that you can, once the race is started, you can um, stitch as much as you can the rest of the days. You can stitch ahead of the race. You can stitch ahead once the race has started. So, with that being said, I have also decided that since I have this on Pattern Keeper, I am going to, and I just started it on June the 7th. I am going to take this with me on my trip. I am right here in the top right corner. I mean, you can see right here, like, that's all just purple. There are 4 different colors in there though. And I'm fine with that. I think as long as I pay attention to Pattern Keeper, that I will be able to do some stitching on Purple Rain while I'm on the cruise. So I am going to take it with me. And I'm going to, Carolyn is doing the yellow jersey, which is 3,356 stitches. And I wanted so badly to be like, okay, I can do that. Yay! But I'm just not there. So I'm going to do the green days, and I'm also going to take it with me on the cruise. And then the other plan that I have for Purple Rain is on the 7th of the month, I will be working on it. I am hoping to be able to get good progress on it like I did with Stitch for Sweet Freedom. So right now, that's my plan. I did join the Facebook group. I need to post what my project is and the starting picture for it. But I am excited to be involved and to find different ways to get stitches in on this project so it doesn't take me 10 years to finish it. So here he comes again. That is my next plan, or my next announcement. So I will be participating in the Tour de France. Also, you need to go on. I'm not done yet. And you will have to wait. So I have some haul. I was able to purchase the Christmas in July box from Garon Stitchery. I'm going to move some stuff around. I have not looked in this box. I decided that I would do an unboxing in front of you all. And so let me go through what I have first. First off, when you're putting things away, you find things. So I have more Stitchy Kindness from StitchCon, and I am so sorry there is no name on this. It is a tile, and it has a sea turtle on it. And somebody made it and gave it to me. There's no name on it. I don't remember who gave it to me. I'm gonna take care of Albert. The next item from StitchCon that I received was this great tape measure. It's called So Tasty, and I know somebody was passing them out at StitchCon. There's no other information on it other than this, and it is a full. It is a full tape measure, so you can pop this in your bag and be able to measure your fabric. I also Vicki Clayton sent some of her silks. She actually didn't send some. She sent a huge huge, huge bag of her silks. And so they don't, oh, this, it just says mystery on it. So I picked out of the bag this, sorry, my fingernails, this Vicky Clayton purple silk. And we were to get two. I do know people, you know, at the end, people were getting more. And I was just like, nope, thank you, I'm good. And then this is also purple. I'm trying to see, but it's not going to work. Purple Vicky Clayton silk. So I'm going to be putting those in my silk collection. And then there's two more things from my StitchCon. I purchased, and I am, let me tell you, I'm like, you do not need a collection of anything cross stitch. But look at these little purple scissors. OMG. I first saw these on Athena's video, Stitching Goddess Designs, and I was like, where did you get those from? And she was like, Dinky Dyes. And I was like, okay. And then when I went to StitchCon, Miss Barbara had them, and I just swooped them up. And they are nice. They have a very nice tip on them. They the blades are nice and sharp and tiny. Oh, and then of course they're purple and white. And my next purchase, these are called Baby Purple Baby. That's what the name of those scissors are. And then I love, now I know I had talked about not owning a pair of stork scissors. Well, now I do. And it's all because of, it's called Oil Slick. And I love the look of Oil Slick. So does my oldest son. So he will never see these scissors because he will be like, Mom, please, can I have those? He don't do no cross stitching. But those are my Oil Slick stork scissors. And I love them. So I was unpacking things and found some more hauls. So that hopefully will be all of the StitchCon haul. Okay, so I did receive my fabric of the month from Rogue Stitching. And this month the fabric is by Sunflower. And there's the name. I'm sorry, I don't know. And then this is what the fabric looks like. And it is wonderful. It is a printed fabric, so on the other side it is all white. But I'm gonna have to find something really good to put on her. It's a beautiful fabric, beautiful fabric. Okay, you ate. Go lay down. Go lay down. And then just a little while ago, and I'm sorry for the crinkling, I meant to take it out. I received my Be Stitch Me fabric for the month, and I was able to change over. I don't know if I told you that last week when I showed last month's fabric. This fabric of the month has to be for June. Yeah, June. So I was able to switch over to 32 count. So this is a 32 count My Sunshine by Be Stitch Me. And it is not that, like, the camera is not doing this justice at all. It is variegated with some oranges in there. It is wonderful. I mean, it's trying, but it's not anywhere near what it should be. I'm trying to see if I maybe get it a little closer. You can see it looks really light right there, but that is actually like showing up in the fabric. So it is beautiful, and it made me want to like, I started thinking about You Are My Sunshine. Y'all know that song. I love that song. And so that is that fabric of the month. And then I've at StitchCon, I've seen a couple of my friends had these hoops. Then I was talking to Shelia, and she also had purchased one, and I have been thinking about it. I know the 20-minute stitcher loves it. So I purchased a Nerge hoop, and you can purchase them on Amazon. They do have 3 different sizes. This size is the medium size. So I can't even imagine what the large would be like. But this is the medium one. And I'm really anxious to try it. So I will let you know what I think of them. I purchased it because I've heard nothing but great reviews about this. So I will let you also know once I try it. So now we're going to get into the box. This is going to be another long video. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry, not sorry. So, I'm going to turn it this way. And of course, there's a letter with all of the items that are in the box. I'm not even going to look at that. It's got nice little green paper. Oh, and the first thing that I see, I'm actually going to hold for a few minutes. So now there is a candy striped bag. And I'm sorry, there's a little, there will be a little crinkle. Oh my goodness, look at this. Is it a sticker? It is. That's Gary way back in the day. And it is so back in the day, they had these things called, oh shoot, glamour shots. And this is Gary's glamour shot. Fancy. And his eyes are blue in the picture. I'm gonna have to make sure I use that. Oh, so here is all of the floss, I think. Oh, there's 2 silk lame braids, petite. There's that one, and they might be the same, I'm not sure. And then there are several Weeks Dye Works flosses. So those are all of the Weeks Dye Works flosses. And there is one 310 DMC. I'm like, can you not think of the words right now? So I will hold before I put all of this back in. So, okay, let's pick the next thing. That's the bag for it. I'm trying to open things very gingerly. Oh, so that there's not too much crinkling. This is super cute, guys. Now I can't get it Okay. Between the sticker and the thing, it won't come down. Oh, because it's... And this is a Garon stitch. Oh, it's from My Big Toe Designs. It is a Santa Claus charm for your floss holder. Okay. This is red velveteen. And what is probably Lady Dot's Chanel. And a piece of red velveteen. So it has the finishing with it. And then there's this little Santa bag. Oh, it says, wish you a Merry Christmas. That's what all the stickers on the bag say. Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. I was trying not to tear that, but... Oh, it's a piece of black Ada. Now, my box is a 16 count, so... I'm not sure. This is actually wrapping paper. Oh, just another Button Company pins. Okay. This is the next one. And it is cotton fabric for finishing. You all did a great job. Like, it's all nicely folded and everything. Okay. I'm one of those people that shake gifts. I always have been. Oh. Oh my goodness. Wait till y'all see this. Wait till you see this. Oh, I should have put a thingy in here. Maybe people don't want to see this. I'll put something in when I... Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, come on and focus. Ugh. Santa is holding a Garon Stitchery, their trademark, their signage, emblem. I can't think of what the name of it is right now. Isn't that cute? Ugh, that is so cute. Okay. And then there's... Oops. It's a needle case. And it's got a needle minder inside of it too, with a needle. That is awesome. Now I think that the needle feels like it's a petite needle, so I feel like my fingers are too long for petite needles. Okay, so now here's the fabric. Oh my. Okay, so this is 14 count like my mind is all blown just looking at this pattern. 14 count fabric flare fabric, and it's called Stone. So let's just, man. You see all that great modeling in there? Like, it's great. Fabric Flare does have some fabulous fabric. I need to see if I can find, no more floss, no more. And then the chart was designed by Rosewood Manor. And there it is. It is a Santa. And that's all of the motifs in his beard. And then the black Ada is for this little chart down here. Oh my goodness. It is great. And it was worth me setting all 3 of alarms that I have to get it. I love it. So that is Santa. And then there's Ho Ho Ho. And then the snowflake. And and then there's also this chart that's included in the book. Oh my. That Karen Kluber boy, she can make a chart. Okay. And then and it has a Garon ribbon on it. And then there's a like, I am in awe. There is a notions pouch, and it has the finishing fabric on the inside. And then here is the project bag. Thank you so very much, guys. This is great. I mean, really, really great. Like, it's all coordinated and everything. The Santa's face on the needle floss holder matches the same Santa face that is on this fabric. I mean, just, it is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And it shipped really quickly. I purchased it on Saturday. I actually had it maybe Tuesday, maybe. Matter of fact, when it came, I was like, what is this? Why is this great big old box here? So it came just that quickly, like I had paid for it and didn't even think about it anymore. So the velveteen came from Lady Dot. It says velveteen. Oh, yes. The velveteen, which was the red, came from Lady Dot. And the snow chenille also came from Lady Dot. The needle minder, was designed by Ronnie. The Size 29. So the needle is a size 29 bowen. The thread creep was designed by My Big Toe. Holiday. Oh, yeah. And the oh, thank you, whoever helped them put this all together with the boxing. I can only imagine that it is a task trying to put together all of these boxes. I am not for sure. I know that on Sunday they still have boxes. I am not for sure if they do still have boxes, but you can go to their website and see. That is just wonderful. Like, it was worth the wait and the money. And so I'm just putting it back in here so that, you know, I won't have like everything everywhere. Sorry for the extra close up. So that is the video for this week. I am super excited about the Christmas in July box from Garon Stitchery. I have just been stitching away and getting ready for my next vacation. I actually have started packing. And I'm looking forward to it. It is back up into the 90s here, so please, if you are having high heat, check on your seniors. We are also having air quality problems, so please check on your friends, your neighbors, your family. If you have elderly family members, please, please, please be sure and check on them. This heat is dangerous, and this is when seniors are really at a higher risk, because a lot of them do not have central air, you know, or maybe not even fans. We used to, not we, but there used to be an organization here that did fan drives for seniors. So, you know, please be sure and check on people and make sure that they're doing okay in these high temperature days, because this heat is no joke. I am afraid I'm going to lose a plant that I just got because it has been so hot for extended time and no rain. So with all of that, I will bid you all a very good evening. I hope you have a great weekend, and that you are getting in those stitches. And I will see you next week. Good night.